Rain was coming down sideways, hitting the cracked pavement like it was trying to wash the whole damn city clean. Midnight in Detroit never slept. Sirens sang lullabies. Streetlights flickered like ghosts, and hope was just another thing the rain drowned. Under a busted awning, an old woman sat cross-legged on a soggy blanket. Her name was May Henderson, though the streets just called her Mama May. She was blind in one eye, her left leg twisted from some old accident, and her coat looked like it had fought in 3 wars and lost them all. But her voice? Smooth, calm, like thunder wrapped in silk. Every night she hummed this tune-soft, gospel-like, the kind of sound that made even the rats pause to listen. She'd talk to the wind, call it baby, like it was her only friend left, and sometimes swear to God the wind answered. That night, though, trouble came rolling in with flashing red and blue. A cruiser pulled up to the curb, tires splashing through puddles. 2 cops stepped out, young, hard faces, soaked in arrogance. They'd seen her before. Didn't like that she existed. Didn't like that she made the corner feel too human. "Yo, Grandma," one of them said, kicking her cardboard sign. "No loitering, city don't pay you rent." May didn't look up. "Baby, I've been paying rent to this earth long before you learned to crawl." The cop scowled. "What did you just say?" She smiled, just a soft curl of her lips. "Said you sound lost, sugar. World got you barking 'cause you forgot how to listen." The other cop laughed. "You hear that?" Blind lady got jokes. They dragged her up by her arms. Rough, careless. She winced, her cane fallen into the gutter. "Y'all don't gotta do this," she whispered. "Yeah, we do," one said, shoving her toward the cruiser. "City ordinance. Move along or we move you." And they did. All the way out past the lights. Past the last road sign. To the cliffs overlooking the Detroit River, where the wind howled like something ancient. Rain hit harder out there. The ground was slick, mud mixing with gravel. The cops stood there, flashlights cutting through mist, breath fogging the air. "You like talking to the wind, huh?" One of them sneered. "Go talk to it up close." May stood there, shoulders hunched, coat flapping like torn wings. "You boys don't know what you're doing," she said quietly. "You touched me wrong, the sky gonna remember." They laughed. "Lady, the sky don't care about nobodies like you." She lifted her chin, one eye cloudy, the other glimmering faint. "Then you ain't met the part of the sky that remembers pain." The taller cop shoved her closer to the edge. "You got one last prayer?" She whispered something nobody could hear but the wind suddenly changed direction. The rain stopped falling down. It hovered. "Yo, what the hell?" The younger cop muttered, stepping back. May turned her face up, whispering, "Time to go home, baby." And before they could blink, she stepped backward off the cliff. They ran to the edge, flashlights sweeping over black water. But she didn't fall. The wind screamed no, sang, and for half a second they saw her coat rise, arms stretched wide, eyes lit like gold fire. Then she was gone. Gone into the storm. By morning, the cop's story was all over the station. 2 officers claiming a crazy homeless lady jumped. Chief didn't care. Write it up, close the file. But that night, things got weird. Every patrol car that passed that same cliff, radios fried, lights blinked out, engines died. And from the sky no joke came this humming. Same gospel hum May used to sing in the alley. First, it was just the cops who heard it. Then, people downtown started saying they saw a shadow, a shape of a woman, gliding above rooftops when it rained. They called her the Alley Angel. Homeless folks said she came to them in dreams, handing out warmth, whispering names of the cruel. And those names started showing up in the news. Officer Briggs suspended. Sergeant Dalton arrested for tampering evidence. The 2 that took her to the cliff? Gone. Vanished. Cruiser found abandoned near the bridge. Doors open, radios still humming her tune. But one witness swore he saw something in the clouds that night. A figure with tattered wings of smoke and lightning, looking down like judgment itself. Weeks passed. The city started changing. Not because the government cared, but because people started remembering how to see each other again. Soup kitchens filled up with volunteers. Street kids stopped harassing the old and tired. Murals started popping up on brick walls, painted faces of a woman in a torn coat, arms spread wide, wind circling her like a halo. And one night, down by that same alley where it all began, a little girl was crying, couldn't find her mama. Cold, scared, hungry. Then soft as a sigh came a whisper from the dark. "Don't cry, baby, wind gon' carry you home." The girl looked up. A shimmer barely visible, like the air itself had bent into a smile. And from that shimmer, a coat sleeve brushed her cheek, warm, smelled like rain. Next morning, they found the girl asleep at the front steps of a shelter blanket wrapped tight around her. No idea how she got there. Only thing she remembered? The lady with the wind. Up on the cliff, long after the sun dipped low. The breeze still carried a song low, soulful, unbreakable. "I told y'all, baby." Sky remembers everything. And somewhere in that night sky, cutting through the clouds like fire, May flew, not to escape the world, but to remind it what it forgot. Rain came down in sheets again, weeks after May disappeared, but this time the city felt alive. Every drop seemed to whisper her name. At the edge of that same alley, a preacher named Brother Curtis set up a folding chair. He'd known May back in the day, back when she still had both legs working, back when she used to sing in his choir before the fire took her home and half her sight. He lit a single candle, its flame dancing in the storm wind. "Lord," he murmured, "if that woman's up there in your sky, tell her this city still remembers." Behind him, a group of street kids huddled together, listening. "Yo, preacher man," one said, "you talking about that flying lady again?" Curtis smiled. "I'm talking about the kind of soul the world breaks, but can to bury." The kids laughed at first, but then the air shifted. The rain slowed. A soft hum rolled through the bricks like a deep breath from the heavens. One of the kids whispered, "Y'all hear that?" Curtis stood up, eyes wide. "That's her," he said. "That's Mama May." The candle flame leaned sideways toward the sky. By month 2, it wasn't just rumors. May had become something else, a storm in human shape, a legend wrapped in lightning. City cops tried to scrub her name, calling it urban myth. But every time they released a statement, their servers crashed. Emails deleted themselves. Video feeds glitched, showing flashes of a woman's silhouette made of smoke and wings. Then came the night of the blackout. Whole block on the east side went dark. Streetlights blew out one by one, like something was walking through the current. And right there caught on one gas station camera that somehow survived. You could see it. Her, May, hovering above the pavement, rain twisting around her like a halo, eyes burning blue-white. She wasn't a ghost. She wasn't human. She was justice with a heartbeat. Every cop who'd touched her file, everyone who'd laughed about that night on the cliff, started vanishing, not killed. Not gone, just disappeared. One left his squad car idling in front of a church. Door open, radio whispering gospel hums. There was only one man left from that night, Officer Danny Reyes. He'd been the rookie, the one who tried to talk the others out of it. Didn't stop him though. Didn't speak up. Now, guilt was eating him alive. He started drinking, quit sleeping, heard her song in his head every damn night. He even went back to that cliff one evening just to scream apologies into the wind. "May, you hear me? I ain't like them. I was scared." But the wind just howled back. Then out of nowhere, a whisper. Soft, close. "Fear don't make you innocent, baby." Danny froze. Turned around. There she was. Hovering a few feet above the cliff edge, rain pouring through her like mist. Her blind eye glowed pale blue, and her coat flapped like it was alive. Danny fell to his knees. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to go that far." May floated closer, her voice like thunder wrapped in mercy. "I know. That's why you the one left to fix it." He blinked, confused. "Fix what?" "Fix the city," she said. "It ain't about vengeance, baby. It's about memory." Then she reached out her hand made of rain and touched his forehead. A shock of warmth hit him. He gasped, and when he opened his eyes again, she was gone. But the next day, Danny resigned from the force. And a week later, he opened the first wind shelter, a safe house for homeless and disabled women. On the door hung a simple sign, May's Haven. A year later, Detroit wasn't the same. Murals of May covered every block wings wide, eyes on fire. Kids wore t-shirts with her face and the words, "The sky remembers." The wind shelter had grown into 3, then 5 centers funded by donations that came from nowhere. Literally nowhere. Anonymous transfers, exact same amount every month. Some said it was May, some said it was God. Some said they were the same thing now. One stormy night, Brother Curtis stood on the roof of the first shelter, watching clouds roll like an ocean. Beside him stood Danny Reyes, older now, beard rough, eyes tired but peaceful. "You ever think she's still up there?" Curtis asked. Danny smiled. "No, preacher. She is up there. She just ain't looking down on us, she's moving through us." Lightning cracked open the sky like a smile. And for a heartbeat clear as day, a shadow crossed the moon. A woman, flying, coke flapping, wind singing. Curtis closed his eyes, whispering, "Fly high, Mama May." The wind whipped around him in answer. A familiar voice echoed faint, carried through thunder and rain. "Told y'all, baby." The sky remembers everything. Epilogue. When legends breathe. Years later, a little girl named Naomi sat in a classroom downtown. Teacher asked the class to write about their hero, while other kids wrote about athletes and rappers. Naomi wrote 4 words at the top of her page. "The woman who flew." She drew a woman with one glowing eye, a tattered coat, and wings made of wind. When the teacher asked, "Who is she?" Naomi smiled and said, "She's the one who makes the sky move when people forget to care." That afternoon, as Naomi walked home, a breeze lifted her hair. Warm, kind, familiar. And in that moment, just above the skyline, the clouds curved into the faintest shape of a woman's smile.